You are welcome here, just the way you are. No more hiding tears, no more covering scars. You are welcome, holy welcome. You are welcome here, just the way you want to be. Bring your deepest hopes and all your wildest dreams. You are welcome, holy welcome, holy welcome. You are welcome here.
Good morning. I'm Sue Fulmer. I'm a practitioner in training at CSL St. George, and I'm the secretary of our core council. And I'm happy to be here with you to share in meditation today. Today we will be practicing heart-focused breathing in meditation. The HeartMath Institute is credited with research that demonstrates that our energetic heart, not our brain, acts as the gateway to our higher self. This type of meditative exercise leads to calm and ease, especially while thinking and feeling the emotions of love and kindness. In heart-focused breathing, we can enter that gateway to the higher self by focusing on the heart area while you're taking deliberate deep breaths. So let's start that. Do that with me. And we will take a deep inhale, hold, focus on the heart area, and exhale. Do that with me again. Breathe, hold, focusing on the heart and holding love there. And exhale. Deep breath. Imagine an improved inner balance which facilitates clearer thinking and a stronger alignment with your personal purpose and heart values. Keep breathing. Focus on the heart. Focus on achieving heart coherence, where the heart, brain, and nervous system are aligned and in sync. This gives you inner peace, a renewed sense of energy, clear-headedness, and a strong immune system. When in heart coherence, the heart radiates a more coherent magnetic signal into the environment. It can lift others into a more balanced state by you doing this. Other people, as well as animals, can detect your heart's magnetic field. Imagine shifting the rhythm of the heart just by breathing and adding feelings of appreciation, love, and kindness for a specific person, maybe a pet, a beautiful place, or a loving activity. We will extend the silence in this experience for a couple of minutes. Come back slowly from your meditation. Take another deep cleansing breath. Realize that there are loving vibrations radiating out from you when you get into this heart-brain coherence. It benefits you, your thinking, your health in so many ways. With a practice of up to 20 minutes once or twice a day, you will more easily find your coherence becoming more attentive, creative, and laser focused, and radiating that magnetic field of love. Thank you for being with me today. Namaste.
You are welcome here, just the way you are. No more hiding tears, no more covering scars. You are welcome, holy welcome. You are welcome here, just the way you want to be. Bring your deepest hopes and all your wildest dreams. You are welcome, holy welcome, holy welcome.
Hello, good morning, Center for Spiritual Living St. George. My name's Chris McCardle, and we are delighted to have you with us here today. Center for Spiritual Living is an open, loving, inclusive community where all dreams are welcome. We invite thinking creatively and living a deeply spiritual life. So for today, our lineup of those of us who are bringing service to you would be Marina Anderson, who is behind the scenes. She's pushing all the buttons and doing all the tech stuff, which is quite fun at times and can be a little bit scary at others. And then Sue did that lovely, lovely, lovely meditation, and she will also be doing our reading in just a moment. And it is me, Chris McCardle, your host. I'm a practitioner here, and I'm also the vice president on the core council and a member of the search committee as well. Our music today will be provided by Alan Stanley. Can't wait to hear what he's got for us this morning. And the invocation, bring us into service, will be by Kelly Casper, one of our practitioners who is remote in Las Vegas. And our guest speaker is our regular, once again, our infamous and most famous and most loved and adored Eugene Holden. So we look forward to what he will be saying. So let's get us going with service this morning with Alan doing a song, There is a Garden by Eddie Watkins Jr. Alan, take it away, my brother.
Hello, Chris. Good morning.
Good
morning, everybody. There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden, God's grace blooms. There is a garden where everything grows, a beautiful garden where love is sown. And in this place of God and love, you can have anything you've been dreaming of. There is a garden where dreams come true. A beautiful garden. That garden is you. Now I'd like to invite Kelly in to offer our invocation this morning.
Thank you, Alan. So continuing in a garden where God's grace blooms, we simply breathe into that knowing, into that oneness, into that divine perfection that God is right here, right now, in every moment. God is. And so I consciously align myself with and as that one, with and as the oneness, with and as the blooming, with and as the life of the garden. And I feel that deep in my bones, that knowing. And I simply breathe into that, knowing that everything that is coming to pass has already come to pass. It's truly God in action right here and right now. That everything is designed to grow us, like the sun and the water and the fertilizer in the garden. Everything is here to grow us, to remind us that the very truth of our being is oneness. And so I breathe that in with deepest love, with deepest gratitude, knowing that this is the very truth of every single person present here online, listening it in at any moment. There is only one, and we are each blooms in the garden. And for this, I am so very, very grateful. And in this moment of divine yes, of divine appointment, of divine unfolding, we simply surrender into that knowing, into that life, into that love, into that garden. And we breathe together, and we let it be, and together we say, and so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
And in this place of light and love, you can have anything you've been dreaming of. There is a garden where dreams come true. A beautiful garden. That garden is you. Such a beautiful garden. That garden is you. Well, I love that song. Wrote a good one there. Now it's Sue's turn to read our sacred covenant for us, affirming our new minister that's on their way. Good morning, Sue.
Hi again. Yes, our leadership council and our search committee are still working, visioning and praying for that perfect minister that will fit into our community and fulfill the vision that we have for the future. So repeat with me our sacred covenant. There is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. In knowing that I am one with this life, I know that I am one with all of its blessed expressions, which include the presence of a new minister for my beloved spiritual community. Because I know that the highest purpose of my new minister is to express God, I therefore know that my new minister reveals wholeness. I further know that this new minister is the fulfillment of that which we believe. For it is written, "Let us learn to draw the divine substance down into our own lives, and as freely as it has been given to us, let us give it to others. Thus alone shall we be made whole." Words by Ernest Holmes. As I stand in agreement with my beloved community, I see my new minister revealed before me as growing the center in joy and prosperity. I now intend to experience my new minister in full cooperation and agreement with my community, knowing the truth about myself. For I live the presence and the law of God. I demonstrate wisdom through a mature understanding of the wholeness of life. I am accountable and willing to take full responsibility for my actions. I participate in and support the nurturance and guidance of the community. I act from wholeness and congruence in thought, word, and action. I walk the talk. Express your personal desire and truth here. I embrace. I now accept the highest expression of a new minister into my life, knowing that they are revealed in a way that expresses God and serves the highest and greatest good for all who are touched by their presence. I am grateful, and so it is. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, that new minister is near right now. It's like the air around me, like the sunlight on my face. I hear the love of God surround me. I'm touched by amazing grace. And all I've ever wanted, and all I've ever needed, is already there. Closer than the sunlight, nearer than the air. I breathe in, I am one with the Spirit. It is health to my body, it is peace to my mind, it is joy, joy to my soul. And I breathe out a simple prayer of thank you. And my breath becomes a song that's been singing all along. It was singing everywhere. It is nearer than the air. I breathe in, I am one with the Spirit. It is health to my body, it is peace to my mind, it is joy, it is joy to my soul. I breathe out a simple prayer of thank you. And my life becomes a song that's been singing all along. It is singing everywhere. Closer than the sunlight, nearer than the air, closer than the sunlight, nearer than the air.
Woo! Clap, clap,
Thank you,
clap.
thank you.
Thanks, Alan. I love that song.
Thank you,
I
Chris.
love that song. So this month's theme is a pause for guidance. And our talk today is going to be called A Playful Pause. Eugene Holden, as I mentioned earlier, will be our guest speaker this morning. And I'll be interested to see how I can see him in the background. Yay! So I will just leave it be to you, Eugene, as you do, and let you just take over and give us your words of wisdom.
Thank you, Chris. It is so good again to be back with you, Center for Spiritual Living, St. George. And hello, everybody out there in YouTube land, Facebook land. It is so good to be with everybody. And as we were talking about, right, this month's theme is pause for guidance. Pause for guidance. And it's a wonderful thing, right, when we start to think about it, because with everything that's been going on in life, and it's not just over the last month or the last 2 months or the last, 6 months, the last year. In fact, sometimes over the last 2 or 3 or 4 years, it seems like life is just speeding up. Life is just like my speaking, it's just speeding up. And we're always on the go, always on the go. And rarely do we take the time to pause for guidance. But that's what we're being called to do. That's what we are actually. It's almost a requirement in my life, because when I don't pause for guidance, and then things just seem to get in the way. So here we are in this beautiful thing called life, where Ernest Holmes said, and that was a part of the sacred covenant that was read just shortly ago, right? That there is only one life. There is only one life. Now you can call that life what you want. And that life is God's life. Again, call it God, call it love, call it peace, call it joy, whatever word works for you. That life is perfect. That life is perfect. Again, that word perfect, right? Some people may have an issue with that word, in where we may have been taught that there's nothing perfect, or that there's no one perfect. In my house, it was like no one could be perfect but Jesus Christ, right? But here's one of the definitions for the word perfect: whole and complete, which means that there's nothing missing. So even in our imperfections, we are perfect. In the seeming imperfections, we are perfect. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is perfect. Wow. That life is my life now. That life is your life now. So no matter where we go, no matter what we do, we are surrounded by and guided by and immersed in a perfect life. I have had a mentor of mine who used to say, Eugene, we are not human beings. We are not human doings. We are not human doings. We are human beings. Meaning that usually we find ourselves throughout the day, wanting to go, wanting to do. We're always moving. We're always going. It reminds me of the rabbit in that classic film, Alice in Wonderland, right? I'm late for a very important date. No time to stop. No time to wait. I'm late. We gotta go. But life is not set up for us to always be on the go. Life is set up for us to tap into in such a beautiful way that we allow life to guide us. I liken life to a river or to a stream. It knows exactly where it's going. And what happens in my case, sometimes I want to fight the river. I want to fight the stream. I want to swim upstream where it's hard, or I want to go, across the current and that's hard, instead of, being still and know that all is well. Being still and know that all is well. So when we talk about pausing for the guidance. We're talking about consciously taking some time out. Consciously taking some time out to cultivate a spiritual practice of prayer and meditation. Oh, but I know, I can hear it now. I hear you, Eugene. I don't have enough time throughout the day, every day, to do a spiritual practice of prayer and meditation. I can hear you. These are special earbuds. But we cannot afford not to take the time. We can't afford not to take the time to pause for the guidance. So now, how might that look if we're not taking the time 10, 15 minutes a day to meditate? Well, we can still pause for the guidance in the instant, in the moment. What does that look like? So let's say that you're at work, maybe you're at the store, maybe whatever is going on, and there's some chaos, seeming chaos going on. There's stuff that is going on, right? And so how does it look to stop and pause for the guidance? It looks exactly like this. Boom. 4 to 5 seconds, if that long. When we take that pause for the guidance, we are allowing ourselves to tap into what Dr. Holmes talked about, that there is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is your life right here and right now. And when we take that pause and then consciously go into the heart, thank you for bringing that heart math piece up when we're during the meditation, right? Where she was speaking about tapping into the heart. See, because that's where the guidance comes from. The conscious mind is brilliant. We couldn't do without it. And it's that heart space that guides us. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about the process of creation as like this, where it's the conscious mind, where we speak our desire out into the law. We speak our desire out into the world, into the universe, out into that beautiful field, right? And so we are giving it. And because we live and surrounded by the law of reciprocity, right? What we reap, we sow. What we plant, we get, right? So as I speak this word out into that beautiful law, the universal subconscious mind that only knows how to say yes, it's that sense of gratitude that pulls that desire in. It's that sense of knowing that it is already done. And that's what gratitude really is. When we say thank you, we are giving thanks for something that has already been given. For example, you're out at a restaurant and the server does a great job. And what do you say to them? Thank you, because they already done what they done. We're at a store and you buy your thing and the person gives it back to you, gives the change back to you. You say thank you. Why? Because it's already done. So when we are tapping into this beautiful subconscious mind, which we know as the law, as we tap into that part of us that gives, and then we come from a place of gratitude that it's already done. Oh man, now we can accept it. We can open up the heart space. We can open up our heart and our soul and our minds to accept all of the good that is already surrounding us. Here's the thing. We don't have to look for our good. Our good is already here. How do we see it? We pause for the guidance. We pause to go into the heart, to allow the heart space to guide us to where we are going. I will always remember this experience I had many years ago when I was living in Los Angeles. And at that time, I was a massage therapist. And business was really good up until it wasn't, right? It just went like this. So being the entrepreneur that I am, being the person I got to go and gig at it, I made all of my cold calls. I was handing out flyers and putting, pamphlets on windshields. They don't do that anymore. And I'm doing everything that I can to beef up business, One day I'm sitting on my couch and I get up to go do something. I got to do something. I have to do something. And I heard the voice of Spirit say, just don't do something, sit there. Like, what? Just don't do something. Just don't do something, sit there. So I sat and I breathed and I calmed down, slowed down the breathing, which slowed down the brain waves and opened up to the guidance. And what the guidance of the heart said, go here. So I get up and I get into my car and I drive over to the establishment that the guidance guided me to go to. And I walk into the bookstore of that spiritual center. And a friend of mine is behind the counter on the telephone. And she looks up at me as I'm walking in. She says, hey, hold on. I think I found the perfect person here. She hands me the phone. I get on the phone and I say, hi, this is Eugene Holden. And that phone call changed my career. And it allowed me to blossom. It allowed me to have experiences that I get to share. And if it wasn't for the fact that I stopped and listened to the guidance, right? Had I not stopped, don't do something, sit there. Had I not done that, I wouldn't be here today telling that story. I wouldn't have experienced all of the good stuff that came just from that one career that I have since left, because Spirit is always speaking. And that's just the thing, right? When we pause for the guidance, Spirit is always talking. Spirit is always communicating with us. It can't help itself. Why? Because we are one with it. We are one with it. Another quote that Dr. Holmes is noted for is that there is a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and we can use it. There's a power for good in the universe. Think about that. There's a power for good in the universe. Catch this. Not only are we in the universe, we are the universe. The universe is right where we are. Right? There is an internal universe that has been going on since the beginning of time, which has wished itself, dreamed itself, manifested itself, and then spoke itself into being as you and me and as we. So the universe that is within us, catch this, right? There is a power for good in the universe. So if we step into that knowing that we are the universe, that good in the universe is that good that is within us. There's a power for good in the universe, and we are that power. We are that good. We are that universe. But how do we tap into it? We have to pause for the guidance, because that power for good in the universe knows exactly what it is here to do as you. Now, this doesn't have to be a hard thing to do. It's not like you have to go, well, Eugene said that I now have to sit and get still and don't do anything and breathe. And so I'm going to do that because he said so. No, don't do that. I'm not the boss of you. You are the boss of you. You are the one who is in control of your world, because you are created in the spiritual image and after the spiritual likeness and in the spiritual nature of the divine. You get to do that. You get to tap into that sacred place of the Most High, the throne room of your heart, to be guided. And it doesn't have to be hard at all, which comes to the theme of the day. Make it a playful thought. Make it a playful pause. It's a playful pause. So what do we mean by that? A playful pause. So we are always going, right? I am at my computer all day long, writing and building, creating stuff, and all that good stuff. And it's all good stuff. And I can sit at my computer, which I do, 10 hours a day. But throughout the day, okay, there are 10 hours the 10 hours of work that I do. But throughout that 10 hours, I will get up for a playful pause. Now, for me, a playful pause is going for a walk. Or maybe the playful pause for you is picking up the phone to talk to a friend and laugh. Maybe for some of you, a playful pause is to go hit a set of, go onto the back nine, and hit and play some golf. Maybe it's just kicking back and reading a good book. But it's important to take pause, but also a playful pause. Laughter is such a wonderful thing. Now, I know some of you haven't done this in a long time. No, not laugh. I know you laugh a lot. But when was the last time you skipped? Go out and take a skip, or just go jog a half a block, but whatever it is, make it playful. See, because that energy of play, it can be the same energy of prayer. The energy of prayer is the same energy of spirit. Oh, check that out, right? When we play, we're in spirit. There's no accidents there. That's not a coincidence. Because when we talk about a playful pause and getting into the spirit of what we're doing, think about that, right? Getting into the spirit of what we're doing. And what we're doing is allowing ourselves to be used. What we are doing is allowing ourselves to be that vehicle, that vessel, that instrument of the divine that wants to live and to move and to have its being in, through, and as you. You are the divine intelligence that has recreated itself as you. Love is a wonderful thing. So when we talk about the heart, the heart space is symbolic of love. When we go into our heart, we are going into love. And there's so many things that's connected here, that's coming. And when we go into the heart, we are opening up to allow spirit to flow through us. Now, what we want to do is connect our mind with our heart. In scripture, it says, a house divided amongst itself cannot stand. Symbolically, what that is talking about is when my conscious thought is not connected with the feeling of my heart, then I'm going to experience a little bit of chaos, right? Things are not going to work out. However, when my mind and my heart become in alignment with my desire, oh my God, then things must manifest. But in order for me to catch that, in order for us to catch what that is and what that alignment, I have to pause for the guidance and then make it a playful pause. Make the spiritual practice of meditation something that you look forward to. I can't wait to sit down. I can't wait to hear what Spirit says. It's as if we're waiting to hear one of the most important things that we have ever heard in our lives. And when we make that a practice every day, right? I can't wait to sit down. I can't wait to tap into what Spirit has to say through you, through me, as us, right? I can't wait to find out when I pause and make it a playful pause. As I pause and open up the inner ear, open up the inner eye, open up the heart to hear, to sense, to feel, to see the guidance. Oh my God, now we are on fire with Spirit. Now, I know, again, I have special earbuds here. I can hear it. Eugene, I don't have time. There's too many things going on in the world that I want to help with. There's people still starving in the streets, not around the world, maybe in my very city. There's political things that I want to get involved in. There's all kinds of things that are going, I don't have time, but this is where we are needed the most. That's when we need the most to sit down and pause for the guidance, because we want to bring our very best to whatever activity it is. If we are working with charities, wanting to feed, the hungry and help house the homeless, well, then let us pause for the guidance. Spirit, what's your highest vision of this through me? And then listen for it. And then when it's time, because it may not be time right after you get that message to get into action, maybe it's time to wait and to pause and to wait and to pause until Spirit says, okay, now. See, because when we wait on that, and I wait on the Lord, when I wait on that, when we wait on that, we can be assured that the guidance is perfect and that people will come into our lives at the perfect time. The divine support is there right on time. See, because that's what we want to know, right? That Spirit is in time, on time, all the time. So it's important for us to pause for the guidance. Even in relationships, sometimes we could be experiencing a relationship that is not working out for us. Instead of getting emotional, pause for the guidance. Pause for the guidance. So, in conclusion of what really cannot be concluded, we want to take the time to be still and to know that there is an infinite intelligence within us that knows exactly where it wants to go through us and as us, knows exactly what to do in us and through us. We don't even have to worry about the hows. All we are to do is to tap into it and say, yes. It is such a wonderful, wonderful joy to be with you once again. So remember, not only pause for the guidance, but make it a playful pause. Make it a playful pause. All right. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Let's pray. Yes. And as we pause, we take the opportunity to feel into the truth that there is this one power, this one presence, this one life. This one power, this one presence, this one life that is known by so many names is absolutely at the very center of all of life. Sometimes it is called Allah. Sometimes it is known as God. Sometimes it is called Yahweh. Sometimes it is known as Olodumare. Sometimes it is called great grandfather. Sometimes it is called Father, Mother, God. But whatever it is called, we call it forth into our conscious awareness, recognizing first and foremost that it is all that there is. There is this divine something from which everything is created. And it reveals itself, it represents itself, it expresses itself in, through, and as everything that is seen and unseen, everything that is known and unknown. All there is God. It is the very nature of this which I call God to permeate and to penetrate and to fill up the interspaces of the universe, meaning that the space between the space is filled with the frequency of spirit. It is filled with the frequency of life itself. So no, there is no place where we can go where God is not. And so it is from this awareness of our oneness in God that I speak this word. I declare that today we commit to pausing for the guidance, that we commit to making this pause a playful pause, knowing that we are guided and directed to experience God's greatest and highest good for each and every one of us. And what is good for each and every one of us is good for everybody that comes to our conscious awareness. Life is good and God is good as us. So as we commit to being that vessel, as we commit to being that peace that surpasses understanding, as we commit to being the love intelligence itself, we get to let go and know that we are fully supported in all of this. And so for all of this and for so much more than my eyes can see and my ears can hear, for all of this and for so much more than these words can ever convey, I truly do remain forever grateful and thankful. It is from this space of gratitude and thanksgiving that I now release my word into the beautiful and dynamic and loving activity of love and law. You see, I know that as this word is released into the law with unconditional love cannot help itself. It has no other recourse. It can't help it. It must take these words and mold them and blend them and shape them and then send them back to us, not void or empty, but absolutely and completely fulfilled. And so fulfilled, we open up and just allow it to be done simply because we say so. In celebratory thanksgiving, we let it be. And so it is. Amen. Take a breath. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings to you. I agree. Thank you once again, Eugene. You give us just exactly what we need to hear.
Thank you, Chris. Glad to be here.
And we'll see you next time.
Okay.
All right, everyone. It is time for announcements, and I shall be giving those to you. We are planning a monthly Saturday in-person gathering. We have not tied down the location. That's still to be announced. We're waiting on that. We'll find somewhere. We've got some places in mind. So, and that is going to be on the 28th of August. So just remember to keep that date so that you can come, and it'll be on a Saturday and we can see each other face to face. So hold that in your mind and be there with us. Again, on Tuesdays, Sue Foldner is still hosting the book club, and she's currently reading the Wayne Dyer Thoughts Change Your Life. I've heard over and over. I've not been able to attend because I have another engagement, and I'm looking forward to when my engagement stops so I can go join the book club again. But I've heard these are great discussions. So contact Sue, and she'll get you in there. All right, if you take your phone and you hold it up to that little square, it will take you to a place where you can make a donation, or you can give by text. I can't actually read. Let's see. Thank you, Marina. You can give by text by texting to 435-850-6465 and enter your contribution. You can also go to CSLSG.org, and the service chat box will lead you to the right place. You can still give by mail. Send a check to Centers for Spiritual Living, St. George, P.O. Box 3132 in St. George, Utah, 84771. We do continue to ask that you open your hearts and help us as we locate a new building and get the momentum going that we can actually have a place to meet in person again. Our community circle is still live and well, along with all your practitioners are here for prayer. You can email prayer@cslstgeorge.org, or you can call the 435-893-6702 number. Give us a call if you need anything. Our center is there for you. Our community conversation every Sunday. Well, not every Sunday. Sometimes we have not actually done the Zoom meeting, but almost every Sunday at noon following service, which will be today. The link is in the newsletter and also in the Friday reminders and on our website. So it's real easy. If you just go to the website, go to the newsletter, or go to the Friday reminder, you just click on the access meeting links and bada bing, there's a Zoom. It'll open Zoom and you're right there with all of us. So come join us. Look at what we see. Not that I'm excited on the 15th that Anita's going to be speaking again, but look who's speaking on the 8th. It's our own our Reverend Laura Hallett. She will be back. I'm so excited to have her back speaking with us. So join us for both of those. Anita, as you know, always delivers. She'll be talking on the 15th, Sparkling Imagination. And Reverend Laura will be doing GPS guidance positioning system. Sounds just right up her alley. So join us next Sunday and the following Sunday after. So now it's time for our closing affirmation. Marina's going to pop all of our little faces in and little thumbnails, and we're all going to get to bid you adieu.
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 So long for...
Okay, never mind. We digress.
T-U-N-U-N-U. Okay.
Okay, let's get started here. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is in all that I do.
I am it. I embrace it and I share it.
Just the way that it is.
And just the way that it is becoming. Thank you, life.
And
Thanks for
you,
being
and
here,
you,
everybody.
and you.
Bye,
I love you
everyone.
all.
Good seeing
Bye,
you.
everybody. See you next
Bye-bye.
Sunday, or see you at the Zoom meeting. Be at the Zoom meeting, for goodness sake.
Yeah, come to Zoom.
Come
Okay.
Zoom with us.
Zoom, zoom.